So, hello students. Now again, today we are going to solve a single problem because that problem is very important. So, the problem is that a string of length L is a string of length small l is fastened is fastened to 2 point A and B. Okay, at the same label at the same label. Okay, at small a distance. This is small a, okay, not a. At a small a distance apart. Okay, now a ring of weight w, a ring of weight w can slide on the string, and a horizontal force and a horizontal force P is applied to it such that it is in equilibrium. It is in equilibrium vertically below B, so that P is equal to WA by small l, and tension, that is T, tension in the string is W L square plus A square upon 2L square. Okay, ये आपको प्रूफ करना है. This should be this two values should be proved, okay, in this problem. So let us suppose first a string of length L. Okay, so this is a string. Okay, so this is a string. Okay, not like this. So this is a, okay, so this is a string that A, this is your C, and this is your B. So ACB is the complete string that have the length L. Okay, so let's suppose, and here you see length L is fastened to 2 point A and B. आपको you should see that यहाँ पे आपका जो these 2 points है और एक string है, this string should be jointly from this to this point through this point C. So the length of the string is L. So if you suppose this is X, so this length should be L minus X, because the total length of this string should be fixed, that is small l. And here we put the W, or the a ring here whose weight is W. Okay, and a horizontal force P is, and a ring of a W can slide on the string. एंड ये रिंग जो है आपका इस जो आपका स्ट्रिंग है इसमें वो स्लाइड कर सकता है इजिली. आप इसको जैसे मैनिपुलेट करोगे, मान लो ये y हो जाएगा तो l माइनस y हो जाएगा डिस्टेंस। ओके, सो दिस कैन इजिली स्लाइड। तो अब आपने क्या किया है कि w कैन स्लाइड ऑन द स्ट्रिंग एंड हॉरिजॉन्टल फोर्स p इज अप्लाइड इट टू सच दैट इट इज इन इक्विलिब्रियम। आपने यहाँ पे p अप्लाई कर दिया है इस तरह से कि आपका ये जो है इक्विलिब्रियम, ना तो आप इधर जा सकता है इधर जा सकता है, अब ये फिक्स है आपका। तो इस केस में आपका ये p की वैल्यू क्या होगी और ये स्ट्रिंग में टेंशन क्या होगा। तो अगर आपका स्ट्रिंग चूंकि सेम है तो एक स्ट्रिंग में टेंशन t इधर भी हो सकता है और t इधर भी होगा, दोनों, बिकॉज आपका स्ट्रिंग क्या है, सेम वायर का बना हुआ है ना, या सेम स्ट्रिंग का जो क्वालिटी है वो सेम है, सेम मटेरियल का है। सो एंड ये दो पॉइंट के बीच की सेपरेशन कितनी है, ये a है। ओके, सो लेट्स सपोज दिस इज योर एंगल थीटा। सो आप देख रहे हो ना, if this tension will be make an angle theta from this horizontal, so there are two components. So here it is t sin theta and here it is t cos theta. Okay, so now you can easily compensate, or you can make a comparison between the forces that is acted at a point C. So P is equal to t sin theta and W is equal to t plus t cos theta. Okay, so here you can take a common t, that is 1 plus cos theta, and here you can find the value of t as W upon 1 plus cos theta. Okay, and similarly here you find the value of p as t sin theta. Okay, so now what you should determine the value is the theta. Okay, so I think you can you have made this diagram. So now I am going to solve in next page, but you can keep this figure in your mind. Okay, because we need the help from this figure. Okay, so in triangle ACB using Pythagoras theorem, what is that? So that is L minus x whole square plus x square equal to a square. Okay, and also here the value of cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse, so that is x upon L minus x. Okay, so now the value of t is W upon 1 plus cos theta. You can keep these equations 1 and 2 in your mind, because we need these equations to solve this problem. So W upon 1 plus cos theta means x upon L minus x. Okay, so here you get W L minus x upon L minus x plus x. So W upon L minus x, and here the x is also unknown. So using this Pythagoras theorem you can find the value of x. So now this is L square from this equation. So L square plus x square minus 2lx plus x square equal to a square. I think I have done a mistake. That is hypotenuse square is equal to, this is equal to, so now equal to x square plus a square. So x square and x square is cancel out, and here you get 2lx equal to L square minus a square. So x is equal to L square minus a square upon 2l. So as you put here, t is equal to W by L minus x, L square minus a square upon 2l. So when you take LCM W by L, so this is your 2L is 2L, and this is your 2L square minus L square plus A square. So here it is T is equal to W by L. This is L square plus A square. I think we have to prove this. Okay. So now as you find the value of x, and you have to also find the value of sine theta, and you can put in that equation 1 what we have write in our earlier slide, and you can find out and you can get the value of force is WA by L. Okay, so now these things are, now this question is over, and I request you to solve many problems based on this resolution of forces and Lami's theorem. Okay, so now I'm going to solve or I'm going to tell you our next topic, that is one more problem, is that a question is that there is a stud, and in this stud there is a two forces. One is 2 kilonewton, so this is 2 kilonewton, this is 3 kilonewton, and this makes an angle from horizontal is 15 degree. Okay, and the angle between these forces is 30 degree. Now you have to find the resultant of these two forces. Okay, so but you should find the value of the resultant of these two forces using two methods, that is parallelogram, law of forces, and the second one is the triangle law of forces. Okay, so now this problem you have to solve by yourself. This is for a practice. Okay, I think I should tell you the solution or not. Maybe I can tell you the answer. That is the resultant R is comes out to be 0.326 Newton. Not R is equal to. R is equal to, that is 4.836 Newton, and the angle alpha is 18.06 degree. Means this resultant R is angle, this alpha is equal to your 18 degree. Okay, and this the total angle is 30 degree. This is 2 kilonewton and this is 3 kilonewton, and this makes an angle of 15 degree from the horizontal. Okay, so now I think you can solve this problem by yourself. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about our next topic, that is free body diagram. Okay, so now the free body diagram. Okay, so I think you all are familiar with this FBD, free body diagram. So here I can make you some examples, like if a ball is raised on a horizontal surface, then what kind of forces here acted? Here, what kind of force that can be act in this case? So if this is a ball, so this is, one is weight of the ball and another one is the reaction that is acted from the surface of this, okay, plane. Okay, so R is equal to W. Now if this ball is raised on a vertical wall, okay, and this vertical wall is attached with a string, this, So then what kind of forces should we act here? So here you can make weight is W here. So if this is downward, so it is tension is just opposite. So if you want to draw the free body diagram, then here it is T, this is W and the reaction. Okay. So now one more problem. What happen when this ball is rest on a V type vertical shape? Not this, like this. Okay. Then here I think we should take care of color. So from this surface there is a reaction that is passes through this center of mass, that is R1, and one more is from this R2. Actually this is the point of center of mass, not here. Okay, actually I make this figure slightly wrong. Maybe I think this is the your ball and this is okay. So now this reaction is okay, and this reaction is okay. So this is your weight of the ball should be at here. This is R1 and this is R2. Okay. Okay. So how can you write this? So this is R1, this is R2, and this is your W. Okay. One more problem is attitude machine. That is very important problem. So let us suppose this is a pulley and the one mass M1 is attached here and one mass M2 is attached here. So the tension is just opposite to the weight. So here the weight is M1G and here the weight is M2G. So first you draw the free body diagram for the M1, for the M2 and for the pulley. Okay. So if you consider the mass M1, so the okay. So for this M1, so the weight is M1G act should be downward and your tension is acted towards upward. So this is T1. Okay. And for this, your weight should be acted downward and the tension is upward. But in case of the string in pulley, so both the tension should be acted upward, T and T, and the resultant should be R equal to, what is the value of R? R is 2T because these two tensions acted along the same direction. Okay. So I think here we should solve a single problem based on this free body diagram. Okay. Or maybe I am giving us simple problem, that is one drum is rest on a obstacle. यहाँ पे आपने एक मास लटका दिया है. ओके. तो इस मास को हम कह रहे हैं ऑब्स्टेकल. Okay. This is your drum. This is your center of mass, so weight should be acted downward, and here we apply a force P at an angle theta. So how can you find or how can you determine the free body diagram in this case? So here you plot, this is C. So here you can simply assume that this can be shifted along because this is parallel, this two line is parallel, है ना? ये line भी आपका parallel है, ये line भी आपका parallel है, तो means it is C. So weight is W is downward and P is along this direction. And one more thing, this obstacle, from this obstacle your reaction is acted along this direction, that is R. And one more thing that can be happen in this situation, one more reaction is acted for the floor, but here we only consider the obstacle, so we only take care about the reaction of the obstacle. Okay. So I think we can solve one more problem. or okay. So now a single problem, a weight of 2000 Newton is supported on or supported by two two rods AC and BC. Determine the tension in each string or each chain or each rod. Here you can also replace this rod by chain. Okay. Okay. To chain. Now, what is the figure of this? So the figure is, this is your plane, and from this plane the two metal rod is attached in this way, and the weight W is acted in this direction, and this angle is 30 degree and this angle is 60 degree. Okay, and the tension in both these string is both the chain is T1 and T2. Okay, and the W is, W की वैल्यू कितनी है 2000 Newton. Okay, so find out the value of T1 and T2. Okay, so tell me the value. I can tell you the answer. T1 is equal to 1000 Newton and T2 is equal to 1732 Newton. Okay, so I think we can solve one more problem based on this free body diagram, that is okay. So the one more problem, what is the problem? A string of 2 meter long is tied to the end of the uniform rod. That weight 60 Newton and is 1.6 meter long. The string passes over a nail. The string passes over a nail so that the rod hangs horizontally, make calculation for tension in each string. Okay, so that this is your rod. Okay, AB is the rod whose length is 1.6 meter. Okay, and this is tied to, between these two ends the string is tied in this direction, in this way. Okay, have you understand? So this is this 1.6 meter, and the length of this rod, or the weight of this rod, is 60 Newton. So this, if this is C and this is D, so AC is 0.8 and CB is 0.8, and in this way this is your, okay. So this is a tension, so the tension in the string is T in this and T in this. So you have to find the value of tension in this string. So how can you solve? So this is your tension, this is your tension, and this is your weight. So how can you find the value of angle? So if this is 90 degree, okay, and this is 90, so this is 90, and this is 2 meter long. Okay, so you can find the value of and also the string of 2 meter long is tied. So 1 meter is this and 1 meter is this. So let's suppose this is your angle alpha and this is your angle alpha, because this should be in equilibrium. So 1 meter and 1 meter should be passes through this point D. Okay, आधा इधर से पास करना चाहिए, आधा इधर से पास करना चाहिए, तभी तो equilibrium में होगा ना बच्चों. Then what happened? If this is alpha, this is 90, so this is 90 minus alpha, and this is again 90 minus alpha. So this is 180 minus 2 alpha. So you have to find the value of, if this is 180 minus 2 alpha, this is 180 overall, so this angle is 2 alpha. Okay, not you have to understand or not? Let's see, this is your a triangle, okay, and this is your, if this is alpha, then this is your, or you can also make, if this is not, this is alpha or this is alpha, it depends on you totally. Okay, so if this is 2 alpha, so this will be 2 alpha, and if it is 2 alpha, so this will be the 180 minus 2 alpha. Okay, and this is your, this is the angle. So what is the value of this angle? Have you understand not? So this is your 90 minus alpha, this is your 90 minus alpha, and this is your 90 minus alpha. Okay, here it is a tension and here it is a tension, means this tension is going in there like this, and this tension going like this, and this is your weight W. So if this is your 90 minus alpha, you can pass simply, then you can find out the value of, you have to find the value of this angle. So if this is 90 minus alpha, okay, and this is 90 minus alpha, so this angle is 180 minus 2 alpha. So this angle is 2 alpha, means this angle is completely, this angle is 90 plus alpha. Okay, have you understand or not? This angle. And similarly, if you want to find the value of this T also, so this is your 2 alpha, so this angle will be your 180 minus 2 alpha, because this is the line ना, ये पूरा line है. So अगर ये 2 alpha होगा तो ये 180 minus 2 alpha, so this angle is 180 minus 2 alpha. And similarly, you can also find this angle as 90 plus alpha. Okay, so now you can easily apply the Lami's theorem and you can find the value of T. Okay, So the value of tension in this equation is in this problem is found to be, or is you will get the value of tension as or equal to 50 Newton. Okay, have you understood or not? Simply you can put here T upon sine 90 plus alpha, T upon sine 90 plus alpha, and W upon sine 180 minus 2 alpha. Okay, and how can you put the value of 90 plus alpha or sine 90? So here you can easily find using the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, I think you should solve by yourself at this moment, because if you can solve by yourself, then you can solve any problem. Okay, okay. So now one more problem we have to solve, that that there is a ball. This is a V shape, and there is a ball that is rest in this V shaped surface. So this is the plane, and you have to find the value of reactions. Okay, so how can you find the value of reaction? So this is the, okay, so let's suppose this angle is alpha and this angle is also alpha, or maybe you can assume the different angle. Okay, like if this is alpha and this is beta. Okay, so if this will be the weight of the W, okay, from here, so I think we can change the color of marker. So this is actually, this should be passes from the center of this. Okay, yes, so this is your weight. Okay, so now if you want to find the value of angle, and this is your reaction from this surface, okay, and this is the reaction from this surface. Have you understood or not? So for this surface, let us suppose this is reaction R1, and for this surface reaction R2. Okay, so if this is beta, then this is 90 minus beta, and if this is 90, then this is beta. And have you understood or not? This is 90. If this is beta, then this is 90 minus beta. And if it is 90 minus beta and it is 90, then this angle is beta, because you can determine by yourself. Have you understood or not? अगर ये वैल्यू आपका बीटा है तो ये 90 माइनस बीटा होगा, 90 माइनस बीटा, और चूंकि ये 90 है तो ये आपका हो जाएगा बीटा. सिमिलरली आप इसको फाइंड कर लोगे, ये आपका हो जाएगा अल्फा. ओके, सो आप यहाँ पे लामीस रूल अप्लाई कर सकते हो. ये आपका R1 इधर, ये आपका R2 इधर, और ये आपका W इधर. ओके, maybe I think we should make figure properly, that this and this. ओके, मैंने बस सिंपल इस फिगर को मैंने इधर अलग बना लिया है, तो क्योंकि अब आप अलग एंगल फाइंड कर सकते हो. तो देखो, अगर ये अल्फा प्लस बीटा है तो आप सिंपली इस फोर्स को ऐसे बढ़ा दो. तो अगर ये अल्फा प्लस बीटा है तो ये आपका क्या हो जाएगा, बताओ. अगर ये बीटा है तो आप ऐसे ही फाइंड कर सकते हो, ये आपका 180 माइनस बीटा हो जाएगा. ये आपका 180 माइनस बीटा. सिमिलरली अगर ये आपका अल्फा है तो आपका ये सिंपल बढ़ा दो, तो अगर ये अल्फा है तो ये एंगल कितना हो जाएगा, 180 माइनस अल्फा, और ये एंगल हो जाएगा अल्फा प्लस बीटा. सो हाउ कैन यू सॉल्व द वैल्यू ऑफ रिएक्शन? सो R1 अपॉन साइन 180 minus beta and R2 upon sine 180 minus alpha, and W upon, that is equal to W upon sine alpha plus beta. So R1 की वैल्यू कितनी आ जाएगी? R1 की वैल्यू आ जाएगी आपके पास sin 180 minus theta equal to sin theta. So W sin beta upon sin अल्फा प्लस बीटा, एंड R2 इज इक्वल टू, इसको बराबर कर लो तो आ जाएगा W sine alpha upon sine alpha plus beta. Have you understood or not? Because sine 180 minus alpha is sine alpha. Okay. So in this way you can find the value of reactions. Okay. Then one more problem is that if there is two balls, okay, then how can you solve that problem? Okay, so I think that problem we should solve in next class. Okay, so thank you.